Okay, so based on the title of this video, I did run a poll on my channel, like a community post, and people decided that I should skip trying to go for Gaming C6, which in turn would let me like have a 50-50 chance of getting Varesa C1. And then if I was to get Varesa C1, I was contemplating going for C2 because she's very, very strong and very fun to play with. But I decided to go against that. So in turn, what I'm going to end up doing for her is I'm going to double crown her. She's already crowned in her normal attacks, but I'm going to do the same thing for a burst. I don't think, like you can see from over here, that the skill is like the thing that you need the least. I was wanting to triple crown her, to be honest, because I actually really do enjoy her, but I don't have enough materials. So I want to do this one for now. I'm still going to have to craft some more materials to actually crown her, but I definitely do have enough. So let me just go get these right now. Nope, I'm not going to hunt Saurians. I've already done so and I felt so bad. But yeah, let me just go quickly craft this. Much. Let's go see if I have enough. And yes, I do. She only needed 16, but that's okay. So we're gonna crown this. That's another 700k gone. If I'm not mistaken. Yep, 700k. I do have 25 mil more because I'm just not leveling up any characters, and I am on a mission to save for Varka. So there is that. I do have 9 crowns. Gonna go down to 8. So let's do this. Okay, so now I'm going to run a couple of different tests. Obviously, right now, the Stygian Onslaught is very, very good for her. So I am going to run mainly in this team that you see with Durin, Chevy, and Yansan. Only thing is, my Durin is C2. So not everyone has a C2 Durin that can use her in this team. So I will use maybe Bennett in this team instead, which will have Varesa and then 3 4-stars. They are all C6. Do bear that in mind, but still. Alright, so we're now over here in front of the Stygian Onslaught. I normally would test out the Spiral Abyss first, because characters are not really strong enough to tackle Dire in the Stygian Onslaught, which is what I'd like to try her out. But as you can see from her weapon already, I've managed to clear Dire in this month's Stygian Onslaught, or for this patch. And that's partly because Varesa is very, very good at it. So if we go over here, you can see that she's not actually over here in the teams that I cleared it on. That's because this middle team is kind of like a meme team. Not really a meme team, but you get what I mean. They've cleared in 23 seconds because of Zhongli and then Jean and Amber. So yeah, but we are definitely going to use her in this final team. At first, I am going to use Durin, but then I'm also going to have another run where I'm not going to use Durin, and I'm fairly confident that I'll still be able to clear even without Durin. But hey, so Chevy and then Yansan, I'm pretty sure that they all have their builds correct. Yeah, they have the artifact. Yes, they do. My Varesa, I don't need to worry about that. So just to show you my Varesa's build, this is her build. 94 crit rate with 187 crit damage, 19 EM, okay, and then 125 ER, which is actually kind of needed. She's obviously in a double electro team, but still necessary. She does have a weapon, so she does have vivid notions. Do bear that in mind. But then for our artifacts, this is a very good artifact. All perfect rolls, pretty high rolls as well. This one as well, just one miss roll, but still that's very good. This is a very good sand. This is an amazing off-piece goblet that I did unfortunately steal from my Raiden Shogun, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Then lastly, my circlet, which I think is one of the weakest pieces on her, but still very good. It's nearly 9% attack, and then 25% crit damage. Obviously at C0, and then she is 10, 8, and 10. So let's just test her out really quickly just to see. The run that I done with my C6 Olekino and my C6 Lolly was 62 seconds. Kind of want to see how close she's able to get. I think realistically, because I have a C2 and a C0 5-star, she should be like within like the 100 seconds, 110 seconds range. But I do believe I'll be able to clear it on this. And she's got the attack buff as well, so there's that. But hey, let's just test it out. Let's just test it out and see how it goes. Okay, I'm gonna start off with Varesa. Energy, same thing. Durin. Burst. Burst. No. Okay, so this is gonna be my first run. So you can see she's doing 600k on the plunges. And like the first rotation wasn't amazing. Durin had his burst. He's got a burst too. And then my Ants had his last, which is perfect. And then we go. Okay, so he's not like 300k with non-buff attack. Devastating. But yeah, he's pretty much like half health, which is pretty much what I was expecting he would be at. Time-wise, we are pretty similar. I'll do Janssen first over here. Obviously, this is a very scuffed setup. But I'll clean it up a bit more without like the commentary, like 500k's plunges. Okay. Oh, I could have used a burst, I didn't realize. Okay, I can swap out of Ansa for a second there. Okay, I'm gonna restart this one because the rotation was horrible. I might just cut this out, but yeah. Okay, let's try for real. Let's try for real. Okay, so I just managed to clear it, and I managed to clear it in 98 seconds. So obviously the record that I done with Olekino Celali was 79 seconds. This is only 19 seconds less than that, and that has two C6 characters, and one of them is C6 R5. So obviously this Stygian Onslaught is kind of like tailored to Varesa, but you can see like how strong it is. Now I'm gonna make another clear. This clear is not gonna include Durin. So I'm gonna probably ban it in this team, but I will go around it. So I'm going to go and experiment a bit, try and see if I can clear it with only Varesa, which is at C0R1, and then with 4 stars, to prove how strong she is.
smiled at them and said she told me so fine. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so fine. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so fine. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so fine. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so fine. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so fine. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so fine. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so fine. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so fine. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so fine. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so fine. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so fine.
Okay, so I can't show you right now, but I'm gonna try and get like evidence of this. I literally spent like 4 fucking hours just trying to do this because it's actually so incredibly difficult. Like I had to change weapons and everything. I'm gonna show you like the rotations that I done for the team, but holy shit, it was fucking complicated that shit to do. You just saw me complete it right now. 180 seconds. It is possible. Varesa C0R1, you can clear it with just 4 stars as like teammate support. So yeah, I guess that's done. Okay, I just want to show you a lot of the builds. Like I did end up moving some artifacts around, so you can see that my Varesa's got slightly less crit rate and a bit more ER compared to what I showed you guys before. I literally just changed one artifact, which was the the plume. It was a plume, so I changed it from this one that gives a bit more attack percent to this one that gives a bit more ER. It actually made so much of a difference because it meant that when I was doing like a burst, a mini burst was like always over there in rotation, like very often, so I could always use it. And in this boss, it's like 400k extra damage for each time that I have that mini burst. Obviously, I didn't use Durin over there, so that's that. I noticed that both my Bennett and my Chevy were in a 4-piece noblesse. Obviously, it doesn't stack, so you can see over here by the definition, using the elemental burst gives attack 20% for all party members for 12 seconds, but it does not stack. So what I ended up doing was just put ours on a 2-piece. You should put it on a 2-piece, both of them HP, but hey, this is okay. I just done it because I wasn't bothered to like switch around artifacts super hard. So I kept it as tenacity, gives her 20% more HP, and then also EM. She does have 42k HP. The artifacts are pretty good, to be honest. This is very good. Like one of the things I was getting pissed off at Chevy is the fact that she didn't have enough ER as well. So I was kind of moving around. You can see that the artifact just full on ER as much as I could. Only this one that I didn't. I probably should have used this one, but I wanted more crit rate because for Fav, this weapon literally saved the run. Because if I didn't have it, then I would have been able to do it. But yeah, I need a bit of crit rate to be able to trigger it in the first place. So I just wanted to show you guys this. So 5 on Chevy, 5 on Janssen, and then if I go on with Bennett, my Bennett is on Favonius Sword. I did have the Mist-Splitter and I switched off it because it's just much more beneficial to have him on 5, even though he has like 220 less base attack, which is sort of Bennett's whole kit. You want him to have as much as base attack as you can, but still, put him in 5. He was getting his burst like super quick. You can see he's got 270 ER, but hey, it's kind of necessary. He does have the 4-piece noblesse. He is C6. He does have a crowned burst, so does Janssen and Chevy, I believe. Yeah, Janssen does, and Chevy, she does as well. So they're pretty much all like the same. 3, 11, 13, 1, 11, 13, and then Bennett should be 11, 13. Yeah, 11, 13. That's pretty much what happened. And then obviously my Varesa is 10, 8, 10. So there's that. And she is C0, R1. This build, pretty high attack to be honest. She was able to clear Stygian Onslaught fire. So yeah, even with only 4 stars, she was able to do so.
We gon' be okay, we gon' be alright. 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 Must have been 211 when the world ended. At least it felt like it at the time. Teenage years make a heartbreak worse. Plus a lot was going on, couldn't stop it at the time. Dad tried to flip the house. Funny that it all ended upside down. Known for being optimistic, started feeling different. Couldn't fix it, started writing lyrics, all because nobody tried to hear it. Around the same time, hooked to the nicotine. Music and the smoke were synonymous to me, it seemed. Paid prices through devices, both sides. Obsessed with a vision, I knew I could make mine. I knew it would take time, I knew they would outshine. Thought it was just music, didn't know that they would take sides. Freestyle at the party, they said turn it down. Sorry, wasn't talking over what you're gossiping about. Small town with dreams that didn't involve skis. Looking at me like a weirdo, outside of the scene. Stuck to my friends, stop fucking with fair weather. But the maple showers brought out the Mayweather. Didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I couldn't stop. Wasn't slowing down, even when my 4th tape dropped. Around the time I was drunk most my freshman year. Was so focused on my craft that my grades got weird.